Welcome to Unhinged and On Call. I'm Dr. Chelsea, your resident veterinarian.
And I'm Trish, a registered vet tech who's seen it all. Each week, we're pulling back the curtain on the wild world of veterinary medicine, from late night emergencies to barnyard drama.
No filters, no fluff, just real stories, real laughs, and maybe a little emotional damage. Thanks for letting us share the madness with you. Welcome to our show, Unhinged and On Call. Today, you have just Trish and I.
Yay!
We're going to catch you up on all the things that we've been doing lately and try to make it fun and informative.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Mostly fun, some informative.
Yeah. Let's see. We have a lot of topics, actually.
Random topics.
Because it's been a while since
this will be one of those random.
It is going to jump
episodes.
Around.
Yeah.
Yep. Feel free to skip. One thing our manager has been telling us is you've got to like and follow us on YouTube, on Apple and Spotify, all those. You got to rate us if you can. So you can do like the 5-star thing. If you have time to jot down a quick review, that would be even better.
Yeah.
And that helps with the algorithm of getting the show out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be great.
We've got actually a lot of downloads, so we appreciate all of you listening. But yeah, if you ever want to watch, sometimes with YouTube, we can put more, obviously, like pictures and things up. So if you're curious, we try to put those in whenever possible. So
yeah,
I think I will today. Probably I can post lanes.
Many randoms.
Post lane stuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So my new Mare Lane, I'd only had her like 5 weeks by this point that this happened, but we put her out with a new mare. And she was like, whatever that would be, not alpha, beta. No.
What?
Submissive to the other. My horse was submissive to the other mare.
Yeah.
The other mare is not an alpha type, but she was in her pen, the first mare's pen. So, and then overnight there was a switch. So by the time I came out the next morning, they had been getting along. Then there were 2 peas in a pod. I couldn't even barely work my horse because she was screaming her head off, and she was really quiet and chill.
Yeah.
So she had gotten bonded with this mare overnight. There's a little wound over her hock, which I thought for sure. She has a full set of shoes, so I thought for sure she just hit herself in the hock.
Clipped herself.
I worked her that day. I worked her 3 more times. One of those, including a clinic, where I actually did struggle quite a bit we were working on making body parts movable, so we were working on haunches in, and like counter bending, essentially, on small circles.
Right? Like throughout all
I've gone back. I do feel like that day, that was Friday, that she had a mild stiffness, but I'm finding out that this mare's pretty tough because what she actually had was a hairline fracture.
Come on.
In her hock. So then Sunday of that week, so Sunday the week prior, so it was a week after the wound, and I'd just been nursing that and it looked fine. She wasn't unsound. I was just jumping little cross rails, and we were like 3 strides past this tiny cross rail. And Lane is exuberant. She's a thoroughbred off the track, and she likes to freaking go like forward as fast as she can.
Yeah.
So I thought, just whacked herself with her shoe, like into her splint bone or something. But we definitely had a moment where there was an audible crack, and then I had to stop her.
Damn.
And I like checked that all legs were like there and shoes were on.
Yeah.
Walked her for like 5 minutes. And then I went back to the trot, and she was fine. And then I did like 5 more minutes of walk trot transitions.
That's crazy.
Because she was fine. Took her, we have kind of a tie rail where I'm at, took her, untacked her, and on the walk back home, which is maybe 5 minutes, I noticed, I was like, oh, she's now lame at the walk on her right hind that has the wound. So I go get the x-ray stuff. Luckily I had pre-purchase x-rays from July in Maryland, where I bought her from. And then I had my set of rads where I could see that it's kind of a silly little bone, but the fused T12 is her tarsal bone, and it's the one that lives right underneath the chestnut in the hind corner, in the hind limbs. And it kind of spans 2 different joint levels too. So now she has 2 joints affected, but I could see the lines through it on the x-rays. The radiologist still wanted like better imaging, essentially, or to confirm it. Because there was a wound, we were also worried about sepsis in the joints. And so I took her over to get a CT.
Oh my
God. Dr. Urich. And I do feel bad because I have a step up trailer, and step down is like pretty bad. You cannot turn around. So she just had to like hobble her ass out of there. But you know what? The CT is a blessing in disguise, because she had been sore at her initial pre-purchase in July. on her right hind, and we were able in the CT to get both hock and fetlock. And one thing that we have rads on our fetlock, you can't see anything, but she has 2 subchondral bone lesions in her fetlock. So that was likely because that's the vet out there was quite good, and so he had looked at her a couple different times for me, and she didn't flex all that positive, but she had a right hind lameness. So in the silver lining of all of this broken bone fracture stuff that's been happening in my life right now, is I'll get to treat her fetlock essentially on the time that she's in a stall rest, right? Or in a stall for 3 to 4 months. She's on Osteon. She'll get a little bit of shockwave of her hock and her fetlock now. So she has a little bit of a branch change or desmopathy in the right hind lateral branch and then 2 subchondral bone lesions. So I get to treat her, and the same treatment for subchondral bone lesion would be sitting and resting. So then I'm hoping that by like January of next year, she'll be sound and I can get her going again and then go to Florida and make it worth it. So
How's she doing on stall rest? Like,
she's great.
is she?
She's awesome. I
Oh,
mean, there's definitely
sweet
we have this
girl.
weird thing right now where we're generally at our barn, all the horses live in pairs on half-acre pastures.
Yeah.
And it's great because they're never in a stall.
Right. Right.
And I love it.
Yes.
But for some reason, we have 4 horses in stall rest. One's post-colic surgery, one's post-screw. That's a patient of mine, like a cyst, a lag screw placement on a P1 cyst.
Oh, man.
One it had a pretty decent pelvic injury, and then my Mare lane. So 4 of them are in stall rest. And it's a farm where we don't do a lot of stall rest, like, in general. We try to have them all out.
Yeah.
So a little bit they're playing off each other.
Yes.
Where she's like
Right.
she's very good.
Well, at least I mean, it's sad for the other horses that are obviously unwell also,
She
but at
definitely
least
has
they
buddies.
have buddies. Yes, because that's still important too. But I mean,
But yeah,
unintentional buddies.
I pulled all 4 shoes. She's gonna, get some TLC and we'll find out. And I had just finished a round of ulcer treatment because she had ulcers coming off the track.
Damn.
So she's had like maybe a dozen rides post track. So it'll basically be a new restart in
Brand new.
much colder weather.
Awesome.
in
Perfect.
January.
Great combo.
So
You're the
I'll go
rider
back.
for it.
I had been wearing my air vest the first 2 rides, and then I realized I was like, she's a saint. She doesn't ever do anything wrong. Like literally, she just goes forward. She just likes to go, but she doesn't have a buck. She doesn't have a kick, like or rear or anything like that so far.
Nice. Yeah.
But in January, like in an
Air
indoor
vest.
with snow, is gonna be
Oh,
go back to the air
true.
vest.
Oh, the indoor. Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm an eventer, so I'd wear my skull cap, which is the highest rating if shit's gonna go bad, and my air vest, and then I'd gone back to my normal riding helmet and different stuff. And
Oh my
January
God.
will involve probably some sedatives,
Yes.
some Sedavet,
Yes. Yes.
and and a lot of
Oh my
calmers.
God.
So all the CBD in the
Oh,
world.
man, I'm so sorry. And you only had her for what? Like
6 weeks.
Yeah. Bummer, dude.
I do
That
feel
is
like on some level I broke her because I was trying to figure out what I
no.
do different, but the mare's tough and she was not
Did not
unsound.
break her.
So it
No.
just looked like a wound. But
Oh, God.
anyways,
Horses, man.
fast forward to the second broken bone in our family, which
Come
was
on. No. No.
so I was in Florida for CE. So Florida's Veterinary Medical Association. And I don't know how they're related, but Florida Equine Practitioners, so FAEP, they brought Dr. Denois in from France and had a really cool wet lab setting. So from Thursday to Sunday, I was in Fort Lauderdale. This a couple weeks ago. And Saturday night, I'm like ready to be home because I've been away from my kids and my family for
hard.
like and horses for 3-4 nights.
Yeah.
And I was just they were long days. It was like 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. in lectures like all day. And so I was ready to be home.
Yeah.
My husband sends me a picture of one of our kids' clavicles being broken.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
And it's like 8 p.m. there. So
Oh.
6 p.m. So he's got to go to urgent care or ER or whatever. And Mason had just a Braden, they were playing catch at the park, and we let them go to the park. They've got watches. They're 7 and 9.
Yeah.
It was a pretty safe neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I guess he was like throwing not really a leading pass, but he was throwing a pass and Mason was still running to get it. And it just like hit him in the shoulder enough that it made him fall.
Hit my microphone, sorry. But it made him fall.
It made him fall forward. And I think that is typically from like landing on the point of the shoulder. And so then the clavicle snapped on
Oh
his
my
right
gosh.
arm. So
Oh,
he's a second grader and
oh,
has to write and type in school.
poor
Um,
guy.
but what a testament to like new or young mammals, essentially. Within
Yeah.
5 days, he was taking his sling off. He was like, "Look, mom," and
Oh
he's
my
waving his arm
gosh.
all over the place. I'm like, "Mason,
Oh
stop."
my
Like,
gosh.
so it started with a sling and a wrap,
Poor guy.
and some, ibuprofen, Motrin, and that was what they send him home from with the urgent care. And I
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
husband is like the best co-parent because we
Oh,
literally are like 50-50. And
yeah.
so I leave and I don't really worry about
You
things
guys
like
are
this.
awesome. Yeah.
Like it would have completely happened while I was there.
It still sucks, like, as a mom being away, though, and then
It
something
was
happens,
I
and you're, like,
had
helpless, like, because you wanna be, like, right there and holding them, and, and then you're so
I'm a
far
very
away.
calm person, and I had
Yeah.
3 minutes where I was like, "Why aren't you freaking out?"
Oh my god. Emergency!
And Brett,
Oh,
my husband,
no.
is also very calm. And he literally Mason was right next to him when he was talking to me. So he was uber calm, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Why aren't you getting upset?"
That's so funny. I feel like me and my husband are both, like, I don't know how do I describe it? So we are calm, but we're also freaking
You
out, but
freak
we can
out,
calmly
but
navigate
you don't
the
outwardly
freak out.
show it.
Correct,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
but
getting at.
inside
Yeah.
you're, like, freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Charles how old was Charles was our son was maybe 1.5? 1? I don't know. He was super young, and we were literally on our anniversary weekend in Denver. I don't know
Oh,
if you
no.
remember this.
No, I
And
don't.
he was at my in-laws, not their fault, like totally toddler, like learning to walk and all of that, just started walking, and he fell forward and hit his head on the dresser at their house,
Oh,
and he
yes.
was bleeding, he needed
Yes.
stitches, like they had to take it they were like literally called us, and we were had
At
just
dinner?
woken up in the morning,
Oh, in
like
the
early in
morning.
the morning on our anniversary weekend,
Oh,
and we both they
that's the
called us
worst.
to tell us, "We're on the way to children what's his doctor?" And we're like, "Oh, no." So we're like, "We have to leave now." And it was like "Let's get our stuff, and then you get out." And it's like that calm worry, but you're
Yeah.
still, like,
Yeah.
freaking out,
Oh my
you know?
god.
It's the worst.
Well, that's
It's
the
so
world
hard.
telling you you cannot have kids and
Mm.
also enjoy quiet
Yeah.
time. You cannot sleep
Even if you're
in.
out of town
You
for work at a
yes,
conference.
you cannot sleep in. You
Oh
cannot
my
be calm.
god.
You can be
Ah.
stressed.
Well, how's he feeling now? Is he
Like, fine. He's at my parents' right now. We're going
Oh,
through some home remodeling, and it's their fall
oh.
break, so I think
Oh,
literally
fun.
by
Yeah.
next week he did have to miss out on, like, a Ninja Nation
Oh,
thing that he had
yeah.
gotten qualified for at his school.
He's a super
We
ninja,
couldn't do that.
everybody, by the way. Super ninja.
Um,
He's so good.
so he was kinda sad about that, but he's a good kid, so he just is like, "I'm fine, like,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
fine."
chilling.
He handles stuff so well. He's my
Sweetheart.
middle, so yeah, so he's being calm about it, but his birthday 8-year-old birthday is coming up, but I'm gonna,
Mhm.
like, postpone the party so that he can actually, like,
Enjoy it.
bounce and do
Yes.
things like
Yeah.
trampoline park, or we
Yeah.
haven't decided where, but
Right.
right now it's still kind of slow. I just now I'm out of the phase. The first week, I felt like with how kids are,
Yep.
just kind of spatially unaware.
Totally.
I felt
Yeah.
like he was just gonna
Yeah.
get bumped into, because even in our house, like, Addie at
You
one
never
point kinda
know.
grabbed his arm, like, even if they're wearing a sling,
Right.
a black sling, if he has a dark shirt or whatever, they
Yeah.
just, like, run
Yeah.
into him.
Right.
So that's what sending him to school every day. He stayed home once, like, on the
Or
Monday.
their friends, like, messing around and
Yes.
yeah, I know.
But
Yes.
it was great. Their school did, like, a indoor recess, so he got to pick a friend, so he actually
Oh.
thinks it's, like, pretty cool because they got to, like, go play games in in a different area or something, like, in a special area. So
That's
he thinks it's all
cute.
fine, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I think this is harder on me than it is on
Totally. Oh
him."
my god.
But you can already feel, like, a nice little callus.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
it actually This episode is brought to you by our friends at VetCS, your go-to for veterinarian-developed CBD and wellness products for your pets and horses. Founded by veterinary professionals, VetCS offers science-backed formulas made with premium hemp extracts to support calm behavior, joint health, and overall wellness, whether you're in the clinic or out at the barn. VetCS is all about helping animals live better naturally. Want to see what they're all about? Head over to vetcs.com to explore their full line of CBD products. It feels pretty good. So,
Good.
so
Oh,
I think by next
good.
week he'll be better. But
Oh my god. Well, knock on wood. Here it is. Hopefully,
everybody can hear it.
there is no more
Yes.
broken bones for
But
anybody.
things come in threes. So now I'm like
No,
a
nope,
little
nope, not
how
threes.
I just said I was calm. I'm also very superstitious. And so I'm also waiting like for
Mhm.
the other shoe to drop.
I
And
am
so
too. Mhm.
we've been moving furniture. We're in the middle of replacing our upstairs carpet. It's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I just want to get nicer carpet. We finished our
Hell
basement
yeah.
last year, and so the carpet like
Yeah.
was brand new, and I was like, "Oh, we need this upstairs."
That's what I want right now is new carpet, all
Until
upstairs. Yeah.
until this
Yeah.
morning. So let me tell you, really consider it, okay? Until this morning, because we have to move all the furniture for the people because 'cause we're
Uh-huh.
too cheap to actually, like, pay
No,
and I
you're
don't
not.
well, yeah, no, I don't pay for anybody to do anything that
To
I
move.
can do.
Yeah, well, that's true. I do know. Yes, you are very self-sufficient.
I'm a
I can fix that toilet. I can fix that pipe. I can it's
I'm a
totally Chelsea.
DIYer,
Yeah.
even if I fuck
You're so good
shit
at it
up.
too. No, you
Well,
still get it done.
it takes me longer than the, like, skilled, trained person, but and sometimes
I
a lot
love
of
it.
provisions.
Yeah.
But yeah, this morning we were moving all this heavy shit. Like we have a sectional upstairs and that
Mhm.
needed to move. And then of course all the kids' beds, dressers.
Oh, it's
Like
so
you
much
just forget
stuff. I know you always
we're not clutter people. So like
yeah.
we have minimal stuff and it's still a lot.
Yeah, it's so much stuff.
But we had to move the sectional, take it apart, move it down the stairs, and
Mhm.
then I have a giant massage chair.
Oh, yes, I forgot you
Fucking
had one of
beast.
those. I was just telling my husband the other day, we were at some kids' place and they had massage chairs, and I was like, "Did you know Chelsea has one of these at her house?" He was like, "Gosh, she's so smart. We need one." But they are heavy. They're
They
like
are
freaking substantial.
unbelievably heavy, like
Yeah.
350 pounds, and you can take the little foot piece off,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like, Brett and I almost got
Mhm.
divorced moving it upstairs the first time
Screw
because
you, pivot! Like the Friends episode.
because, of course, I
Pivot!
bought it used off Facebook, like, I couldn't have bought it where there was delivery for a
Yeah.
350-pound thing,
Mhm.
and then I just assumed that Brett and I can fucking do anything, so we, like,
You can.
bring it up the stairs, and literally by the top of the stairs, Brett was like,
I
"This
hate
thing
you.
is never leaving this
Yeah.
house."
Yeah. The
And I
carpet's like has a hole cut around it. I was like, "This is staying." Just
Yeah, well
shoo, cut a hole around it. And it's just
it's never
pick a
moving.
similar color, you won't be able to tell.
Yes,
You're fine.
but I wanted it in the basement as, like,
Oh,
I could
yeah.
you could watch shows at night once we're done with our finishing, and that was last September.
That's
So
what we
then
should do our podcast
I
shows in. Let's get one more and then
yes.
we'll be massaged while you guys are listening to us.
But I we got it all done. I
Mhm, mhm.
basically, like, wanted to this is how crazy I am,
Yeah.
design the, like, entertainment room area around the
Yeah.
massage chair,
Fuck yeah. That sounds great. I would do.
and so
Around
and
the
then it
massage.
didn't work, like, with the sectional we were gonna get down there, there's a pole in the middle of the fucking house, and it would've in, like, an like, to the I-beam, right? And
Yeah.
so it would have taken a massive I don't even
Yeah.
remember, I think it was gonna be, like, 15,000 to you'd have to move the
Oh,
entire I-beam,
oh
right?
my
So we're not
god.
that crazy. So
Right.
then I lost the ability to move my massage chair downstairs,
Dang it.
but which is fine because
That's a good
actually
idea.
moving it would have been a
It's
disaster too. So we just
terrible.
had it's on wheels on one end, so, like, today
Okay,
we just
okay.
rolled it around. But at 8:45 this morning, Brett and I were just moving all the furniture. I was like, "I think this is why people don't do carpet unless you're moving."
Yeah.
Like, literally,
I don't know what we would do.
I started looking at the carpet and I was like, "You know what? I think it's fine."
Like, our bedroom bed was
Huge, right?
built in our room,
Yes, you have to take it
and it's
apart.
so heavy, and I just don't care that like, I'm just
Well,
I mean, I do, like, I
you
want it,
no, I know.
but that's
No,
you guys are awesome
pay
to
for
do
the
that.
professionals to move the
I think I
furniture.
would,
Do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But these I'll say
Yeah.
I try to not
Yeah.
to be a judgy person. I will say these are not professionals.
Oh, no.
The guy
No.
I love it. The guy comes in no, we've hired them twice, and we
Oh,
didn't
okay.
specifically hire them the first time as part of the
Mhm.
basement, finishing, because
Okay.
they were a
Mhm.
subcontractor. So then
Mhm.
they came in, nice guys, like, they're the same similar appearance, the one so it's a two-guy team, right?
Mhm.
Earl is the name of the main guy.
I'm sorry, I've been listening to Dixie Chicks
You
lately.
have?
Yeah, the Goodbye
That's what
Earl
makes
song.
me think of it.
"Goodbye, Earl," and I
Goodbye,
just,
Earl.
like it's really recent, so that's
So
funny that his name's Earl.
so this guy and I feel bad because he's so nice. He's probably
Yeah. Ugh.
mid-60s, but not
Oh.
has not taken care of himself well.
Ugh.
He wears overalls, so he, like, fits Earl to a
Yeah, Earl,
T,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then the teeth are, like, brown,
Oh,
is the
no.
best I can say with spaces in between each one. And so then
Earl.
his co his his coworker, has today a PBR shirt, like the logo of the
Pabst Blue
beer.
Ribbon?
You would think it
Okay.
says pure white trash.
Come on. What?
It's the best, and I'm not
Oh,
taking a pic I
no.
can't take a picture, but, it's amazing. So these guys you know what? And they work really hard because
Yeah,
like, carpet, they have to cut it
you
all
gotta
up,
get
roll it,
yeah.
like, in and out. I mean, they
Yep.
did the stairs how many times this morning? But they did a good job on our basement, so we went back.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
local, obviously,
Okay. Okay.
so
Yeah.
we went back with them. But it's just crazy, like, they're if they had to move our furniture, like,
Yeah.
there's no way, because
Right.
the pure white trash guy is super sweet, but is, like,
Oh, god.
literally less maybe 120 pounds. Like, he's, like,
Oh, yeah.
wire frame. I
Okay.
don't know how they would move all this stuff together.
Him and Earl are quite the team.
They are. They're a pair. They're a very odd pair.
Oh my
But
god.
anyway, so then the conclusion of today is done. We do have to move all the furniture from our room.
Okay.
We've gotten all the kids in the loft area, and we have to move
Nice.
Brett and I
Yeah.
have to move it all out the other way.
That's
So, and
that
our
works.
bedroom furniture is really heavy, and we'll have to take it apart.
Are you gonna drive slow on the way home?
No,
Yeah,
I have to
you have
hurry.
to
I
hurry
can't
and
leave
help.
Brett
Yeah.
stranded because
Yeah.
he'll try to move stuff that's, like,
Mm.
way too heavy,
Speaking
and
of breaks, he
he
broke
does
his back a
CrossFit.
year ago. Or was that 2 years
2
ago?
that was 2 years
2
ago now,
years
yeah.
ago. Yeah. He
Um,
needs to be careful.
but I think it was right after he healed that I was like, I'm gonna buy this massage chair, and I'm gonna move it."
Yeah.
Maybe that's 3.
That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
That's what
count
I'm
that as
saying.
3. Thank
That's
you,
why
Trish.
yeah. I was like, I'm
You've
pretty sure there's been a break
you've put my
in
mind at
there
ease. You're right.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brett's
That's
back
the
was the start
3rd.
of it. Okay, we're done with
We're
broken
done.
bones
We're
in my
done.
family.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
And then Chelsea
Um
decided to go herd buffalo.
Ah,
A story for a little bit,
it's so
but
fun.
yeah.
It was so fun. It wasn't scary.
No, I'm just
So
joking. In my mind, when you texted me that you
yeah.
were doing that, I'm visioning you
Oh, like full-grown
in a
bison?
field
Oh god, no. No.
herding
Oh, I would never.
bison, and I was like,
No, no, no.
"Chelsea." Oh my god. Full on.
I guess I did give you 0 context.
Right. I herded buffalo
Sorry.
today. That was
Oh, yeah, herding does sound like a field.
did you say well,
Whoops.
maybe I'm putting I don't know if that's the
No, I
word you
think I said
used.
herding or
I got to
working.
herd
I think
buffalo today.
working.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
working is definitely the arena setting
that's
then.
arena.
But in my
I'm
mind, you are
wondering.
just
I
like
might
a
have said herding.
prairie princess running through the field,
I would
herding buffalo. I'm
die
like,
with
"That's my best friend."
adult bison and buffalo bison? I
They're
don't know.
huge. That would be
Yeah.
crazy.
No, the context of that is
Sorry.
they were yearling buffalo.
Yes, okay.
There's a local, I guess, client and my sister-in-law rides, with them. They're, working cow horse people, and so
Cool.
they like because buffalo are a little bit flightier.
Hmm,
Cows kinda get, like, horse trained and then they just don't move,
hmm.
and so it's really nice. So they essentially annually lease buffalo from I think a guy up in Wyoming. So there's
Okay,
5 what do they have? 5 at a time.
okay,
And then they grow them essentially, and then they go to, like, market later, I think
okay.
it's 2 or 3-year-olds, whenever they
Hmm.
get mature.
Right,
But
right.
they actually, like I mean, they have to feed them, so then they
Mhm,
get paid out on their gain for the year they have them. The first 2 months, they essentially, like the professionals work them
yeah,
because they are really flighty,
yeah.
but they have horns and they're,
Yeah,
they're decent size.
right,
They were
right.
bigger than I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
But essentially and then they get a new set because you don't like, even the ones that I was working Sunday were a little bit, like, used to everything.
Mhm,
So it's
mhm.
kinda nice because Trish watched a couple videos. I can throw some
Yeah,
videos or
yeah.
pictures up, but, we'd stand in the corner of the arena and, like, you're working one wall in working cow horse,
Yeah.
for boxing,
Mhm.
and so, you've got 4 sides to the arena. At some points, 50% of the time,
So
there's gonna be a
cool.
buffalo, like, running at your horse, and the horses just I love quarter horses.
Yeah.
They're just standing there on a loose
Oh,
rein,
look at
and they're like, "Oh,
that.
there's just a buffalo running at me.
Yeah.
I'm fine, I'm gonna stand here." I never like, the horse never moved an inch if you were standing
Wow.
like, if it was not your turn,
Mhm.
the horses just stood there on a long
That's
rein.
cool. That's
So,
so
yeah,
cool.
my main issues were I've always wanted to ride cutters, and so
Hell
they
yeah.
gave me this opportunity, but I failed to look up, like and it's fine. They're great people, salt of the earth, and they
No.
taught me, like, a lot. It was basically a
Cool.
lesson. But they were explaining all that, like, how the judges read the points, all that, because Lauren
Mm.
actually competes in this.
Oh, she
Um
does? Oh,
mhm.
that's so cool. I didn't
Yeah,
know
she,
that.
like, won her first on this newer horse.
Crap.
She won her first show. Yeah,
Oh,
she did
cool.
awesome.
We should go watch her sometime.
Yeah,
That would be
I'll
fun.
let you know.
Yeah.
She's not going there's one in
That's
Fort
so
Collins
cool.
this at the CSU show,
Oh,
this coming weekend, but
oh,
she's not doing that one. But,
okay, okay.
um but it's quite cool because they essentially like she's a reiner converted,
Okay.
is you wanna stay on, like, parallel
Yeah.
lines to your cow,
Okay.
and then you turn and you try to box them and keep them, like,
Oh,
within
yep.
your realm. Well, I just kept wanting to, like, get closer and closer. So then the more pressure you put on your cow or
Okay.
buffalo, the faster, of course, they move because 'cause you're
Okay.
closer. So
Right, making the space smaller. Yeah.
my first run, we
Oh.
had worked on the flag in the arena. So for that, people that don't know flags, like, essentially, it's kind of a cool pulley system where the flag is
Mhm.
moving at an interval,
Mm.
either fast or slow. You can set the pace or whatever as a cow would, and so you imagine the flag is their
Mm.
head, and then you train your horse on that, and that gives you obviously, before it's the real deal,
Yeah.
like, it's easier to do that. So they started me out in there, which is great,
Yeah.
and then I went out to the buffalo, and I worked, I think, 3 different buffalo, but
Okay.
the very first one, I was and they told me where to be, and
Okay.
then you get on the buffalo and you're like, "Oh, this is fun." I just kept getting closer and closer,
Yeah.
and then
This is fun.
and so then your horse has to make, like, cutting turns, like, where they're
Oh,
almost
yeah.
facing it versus being parallel,
Right.
and she's
Okay.
like, "Get out of there, cow side leg, like, move him over," like, "Get out of there," because I was
Uh,
making it go so fast.
okay.
And the horse I was on, he's, like, very well trained,
Aw.
and older, and we've actually taken care of him, and so
Oh.
um but he hasn't worked a cow in 2 years. So, like, you
Okay.
don't wanna
Okay.
take a horse that's been just normal ridden work, and
Yeah.
then because there's a lot of turns, and you
Yeah.
wanna shift them onto their hind end, so you kinda
Okay.
back them before you turn, and then you
Uh-huh.
wanna pivot on a
Okay.
180. Like, the idea is
Okay.
that you do a 180 and not a shorter
Cool.
turn.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, and she warned me of this, the trainer, but she was like, "I'm gonna teach you all this, and then most people just forget it as soon as you get on a cow or a
Yeah.
buffalo."
Yeah.
And
Like
so
when you're
and I
when it's
did.
there. Yes.
I was having so much fun, but I wanted
Yes.
those, like, short turns like a cutter.
Yeah. Yeah. Fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Uh-huh.
that's not what they want. They
Oh.
want, like, pretty and on a straight line, and
Okay.
you have to back before you turn. You want them to
That's
be
so
on both
cool.
hocks pretty equally before you turn.
Okay.
So it's less
Interesting.
stress on, like, one hind or the other. So
That'd
it's
be so
smart.
fun for, like, just, like, a beginner clinic, like,
Yeah,
to go learn.
yeah.
That's really
But it
cool.
was my tendency was to keep because
Uh-huh.
I'm an English writer, I'm an event writer,
Yeah.
and so you have a connection with your horse's mouth
Mhm.
pretty much at all times,
Yeah.
whether it's light or a lot,
Right. Yeah.
and so my
Uh-huh.
reins kept getting shorter and shorter, and, like, you should not be doing really
Yeah.
anything with your hands, it's
Mhm.
all body position, leg,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
as in any riding discipline,
Mhm.
you want to use your reins and hands minimally,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
that was what I was getting tripped up
It's
on
hard, yeah,
was
especially when you're moving
going to my
quickly.
hand. So, like,
Yeah.
if I post these videos, nobody judge me, but I like
Oh, please. Uh-huh.
at some points he would then hit
Amazing.
the end of the rein and, and come up a bit where
Uh-huh.
they should be like
Mhm.
but low, head and withers up, but not like
Mm.
as up as I was getting him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh,
but I
that's
just
so
wanted
cool.
to go fast and turn, go fast.
That is so cool.
But it was really fun.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that. That'd be really neat to learn.
But they were
Uh,
not dangerous at all. It would be interesting to do the like February,
yeah.
March ones.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the brand
Because
when they're brand new.
Because
Yeah.
the other cow work I've done has always been late in the year, and
Uh-huh.
so then those cows are pretty, like, docile,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
good for a beginning
Because 'cause they've
horse,
been going through it for
but I was
months
on,
now.
like, a pretty cowy horse, so
Yeah.
you want them to,
Yeah.
like, get it,
It's
and
so cool. They're
and
all
the
so
buffalo
smart.
a couple times would just one of them especially, I think it was just, like, hot. It would just, like, stop and just stand there, so then other people had to come push it because 'cause you're
Yeah.
trying not to break your line,
Yeah.
and it was just so over it. It was like, "I'm
Oh.
done I'll just stand here," and then they'll
That's
let
so
me go back to
cool.
the pen.
I love that. I love that.
They're smart.
That's what I've been speaking of just, like, reins and, like, contact, I think that's my hugest thing that I've been trying to, like, retrain
Yeah,
myself is not as much
right.
with him,
You can't.
not as much contact because that was, like, throwing me off. Like,
Well,
when
you
I
have
was
a
first on
leverage
him.
bit,
Yes, yeah, and so I've
so
been totally, like,
okay.
working with that with
Yeah,
myself and, like,
yeah,
relearning all of that too.
yeah.
So it's been really interesting, but,
Is it coming
um
along?
I think so. I sometimes I can't tell if it's, like, partly like, when I'm out on trail. In the arena, yes.
Okay,
Like, arena's fine, and
okay.
he's great, and I feel super comfortable with all that. But then
Okay.
out on trail, only when like, my contact is great otherwise when until he gets super excited,
Mm,
and he does get excited in
yeah,
different, like, scenarios
and
and
then
stuff.
and then you try to have a short
And
contact?
then I
I
tried
don't know.
yes, and
Short
it's just, like, instinct for me, and then I'm like, "Oh, don't do
don't do
that,
that.
and and then we're whatever, but he's really good otherwise, like, super
Yeah,
tolerable and
yeah,
everything with me, I think,
yeah,
but he does get super excited, I've
yeah.
learned, about certain scenarios that
Okay.
now we're crow hopping, every so
Oh.
often.
Does
So I
he
feel
in the
really
back? Is that when he
cowgirl.
does it?
It doesn't matter, back or front.
Oh,
Yes. So,
what does he get excited about?
well, the first time I thought it was a snake that scared us, which I think that's what it was, and he started
Sure.
crow hopping on the side of a hill,
Yeah.
and so that was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, it was a snake, whatever. It's all right, whatever, we're fine." And so, the next one, we were in a line going through a tree line, but we knew that we couldn't keep going there on the property that we were at,
Mm,
and so we all decided to turn around, which made him front, and then
mm.
he was ears forward,
Oh, trying to
very
go
breathy.
home.
Yes, trying to go home. So now we're
Oh,
turning to go home, and he's in the front of the line of
yeah.
everybody coming
Yeah.
through a tree line that we've never been in. And then we make our way out. We get to the field, and he just starts freaking crow hopping. And I
Oh,
like hold on,
yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
stay on. And
Yeah.
it's always so small to the person
Oh.
watching. When you're in
Oh.
it, you're like, I'm the biggest cowgirl in the whole world. And I stayed on. And everyone else is like, yeah, good job. But you watch videos of crow hops, and
Yeah.
like most of the time they're so
They're not.
small.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like
pretty
nothing.
small. Their feet are barely off
Yeah.
the
They're
ground.
like, woo, woo, woo. But to you, it's like the rodeo.
Feels like a lot. It
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the other time. And then just the other day, like 2 days ago, I could feel we were on the way home again,
Yeah.
and he gets excited off of some of the other horses that we were with, but
Sure.
I go down a hill,
Ooh,
and then
that's
I'm
not
trying to maintain my like, not be crazy with my contact,
yeah.
right? So I'm like, I have my seat, down is better for me.
Okay.
We get to the bottom of the valley, and then there's a big hill up, and he wants to haul ass.
Oh.
Like, he wants to go up
Oh.
that hill, and someone else in the front had already made it halfway, so he's trying to
Oh,
chase after
no.
him. So this is me
Yeah.
learning, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
all me learning, but he's also getting, like, antsy and wants to go. So I'm holding
Yes.
him back because I don't want him charging after
No,
this
you have
lady.
to make
My
him
friend was
walk.
ponying
Yeah.
a horse in front of me, so I did
Okay.
not wanna, and she was already having
Issues.
things. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was handling it beautifully, but it
Yeah.
was, like, so much that I'm
Right.
like, "I'm not gonna run up behind her."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm trying to hold him back. We're
Oh.
at the bottom. He wants to barrel up the hill, and he just starts crow hopping at the bottom, and I'm like, "Awesome." So then I'm like circles and
Good. Yeah.
circles and
Just
circles.
disengage.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
disengage,
Okay.
backing up, our own
No.
circles, but then everyone's in front of you, like, they
Yes.
did
It
not
just gets
stop.
farther. I know.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so it's one of those things where I'm just learning
Okay.
more
You'll
our
get more tools.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
2 of us.
Okay.
But I feel like I've gotten a lot more confident
Yeah.
as a writer through all of that because I'm not scared. Like, none of that
Yeah.
shit scares me.
Okay.
I feel good in my seat. I feel
Great.
fine with him. Like, I don't think he's gonna bolt or like, I'm not
Okay.
nervous or anything with all of that. So after we kinda, like, tackle these little battles, I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, look at
Heck
us. Here we go."
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and so
can
I actually feel really good when it
good.
happens, you
I can
know?
do anything.
I know, I know. And of course, that was the ride that I did not bring my metas, and we had a
Aw.
whole field full of cows. We,
Oh.
like, face to face looking at him, and he did
Oh.
great, and
Oh,
it was,
good.
like, fun. We saw herds of elk, big bull elk,
Whoa.
they were so pretty, like, all the
Okay.
bugling and everything is so
Oh,
cool, and then,
wow.
of course, same ride, on the way back, I saw a freaking, giant bird, and we're riding up on it in a field, and it's eating something, and me and my friend were like, "What is that?" I was like, That's not a hawk, like, that is so big to be a hawk," and we
A
got
bald
closer.
eagle?
It was a freaking Colorado brown eagle,
Oh.
and it was huge, and then it went to go take off. When we got
Yeah.
closer and the wingspan on it, I mean, it
Oh
was
my
incredible. It was one of
gosh.
the coolest things I've seen in a little while, so,
Wow.
yeah, it was
Why
pretty
didn't you
neat.
have your metas?
And no video, and then Fame is, all, like, dancey on the way back, so I'm, like, trying to do, whatever, and I couldn't get my phone out and all the things. So but yeah,
I think
no documentation
Liz
of that one.
Liz, my tech, has
Yeah.
been I think she follows you.
Oh,
Or
on
Fames.
Fame's TikTok?
Fames TikTok.
Chasing Fame and Money on
There you
TikTok if
go.
you guys
There
wanna
you go.
watch my stupid videos.
But Liz was like, "Oh, she's so good at videoing." And I was
Oh,
like, "Oh, she has metas."
yeah. Oh,
She
1,000%.
thought you were, like, holding your phone, like,
Thanks, Liz.
on rides and stuff.
I am that cool. He's like crow hopping, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
here
I can
we go.
just hold my phone
It's fine."
really steady.
My legs are very strong.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny, and I was like, "Oh, no. No, no, no. That's
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
think anybody can, like, not drop your phone
It's
videoing
so
on the
hard.
rides like you do, so
Yeah,
it
I'm just, like, fumbly anyways,
well,
like,
yeah,
as a person, I'm like, "Wool,"
I would drop it for
all over
sure.
the place.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then have to get off and get on.
I know. I
Oh my
know.
gosh. Well, Trish and I have 2 upcoming trail rides that we're gonna
Oh,
do, so that should be fun.
yes. Hopefully no crow hopping.
Where I can get 'em on video
Yeah,
if you want.
and see how tiny they are. No, don't show me, just let me feel like a big cowgirl.
Yeah, okay. 'Kay.
No,
I
it'll
like
be
it.
fun though. I think, next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is good. I need
Chelsea's
to
gonna
get
pick
Gosh
me up.
back out. Gosh got a good break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he but he likes trails and stuff though, you said?
Yeah, I mean,
He
he's
likes to
great
go
on
out.
trails. He just
Yeah.
is a little bit trippy in his front end
Oh,
because
okay.
he just gets kinda lazy and then he, like, um, just catches a toe.
Yeah.
But it never goes
Mhm.
anywhere. It just is annoying when you're riding because I don't feel like I can give him, like, ride on the buckle, so I'll
Uh-huh.
have to keep
Yeah.
my position up and his head a
Yeah.
little bit up, but,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a thoroughbred, so he just
Yeah.
maybe not the best sure-footed trail horse,
Okay.
but he's a very good boy.
Yeah.
He does anything.
Aw.
Um, so yeah.
Gosh. Aw.
So, what
Well,
else
I'm
did
excited.
we Yeah.
Oh,
Do you wanna talk about Kaya?
what about Yeah, we
Okay. She's
could.
going, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
well, she's going. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she and I'm sure a lot of listeners can relate if they have teenagers.
Mhm.
But they do an end of the well, not end of the year, but an 8th grade trip,
Mm.
right? So hers for her school was Washington, DC. And they tell you the year prior. So you like this has been a
Oh,
thing
oh
for
lord.
over a year that we've been planning and
Oh.
it's pricey, like, you make payments on it, and it's a huge commitment, and a lot of planning goes into it and everything. There's, like, I think they said almost 60 kids in her
Wow.
group. Could you imagine taking
Not
60
the chaperones,
13
no.
and
That sounds
14-year-olds?
terrible.
The chaperone was really funny at the meeting the other night because he's been doing this for, like, 20 years. So,
Okay.
I feel confident in that.
'Cause it's through a company, right?
It's through a company and they work with the school, yes. So
Oh,
it's,
so
like,
the
teachers, chaperones from the
Oh,
school.
so they'll know the chaperones.
Yep, and
Okay.
so, like, the main 2 teachers are one of the it's like her social studies teacher
Hmm,
and another person, and then they have different groups and stuff, but,
'kay.
of course, it's in the middle of
The
the freaking
government
government
shutdown.
shutdown.
We
Like,
this
what the
Of course it
hell?
is. Why
Like,
wouldn't it
come
be?
on, are you
God.
kidding me? And
So she
so
can't
it's
see the White
just
House. She
yes,
can't
the Capitol's closed,
not even yeah.
um
Oh,
so they can't do the Capitol. They can do a couple other things, around there that are still open, like the Holocaust Museum, which it was really
okay.
important
I
to
mean, that
me
is
for her to go to.
yeah, yeah.
And then the Vietnam Memorial. So my dad has it doesn't have his name on it, but my dad was a Vietnam veteran and he was in the Navy, and they have a plaque of like a dedication to veterans that that died later on. So not as a
Okay,
result of the war itself, but
okay.
exposure to Agent Orange and all
Yes,
of that in Vietnam.
yes.
Um, and so that was my dad's group. So there is a plaque that was laid, and
Oh,
his name is in the book that's honored for it and all the
oh,
things. So she can go visit that,
okay,
which
okay.
is great. So those two
That
things were
is
kind of
worthwhile.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So they
Because
still
it's,
have a bunch of stuff
like,
they can
5
do, but
nights or something? It's a long
well, it's yeah, 4 days, 3 nights.
4 days,
So
3
it's a
nights.
decent
Okay,
trip, and
yeah.
she leaves at, like, 2 a.m. on Thursday morning,
Why?
so I
Why
have
do
to
they
get
do
up
this to
I
parents?
know, so I have to get her to the bus at, like,
Ugh,
1:45 in the morning on
come
Thursday,
on.
and then they get back, like, midnight,
They
on
were
the way
going for
home, so
economy?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I
God.
guess so. But could you imagine at the airport and your flight's 5 a.m. and you go there and there's, like, 60
No.
13-year-olds that are
Yeah, they're,
asking
like, raging.
Yeah, they said that they give him the option, like, he goes on the or to the people at the front desk to check in and say, "Hey, I have this group of teenagers. Do you wanna offer for people to move to a different seat and put us all in the back of the plane?"
Oh, really?
And so
Oh.
sometimes they work with him and do it, and other times he says he literally just yells and is like, "Hey guys, I'm a teacher from so and so. I have
Yeah.
this group. If you wanna change seats so you're not in the middle of us,
Oh, then you could do it
then you
once
can
you're
move."
on.
Yeah,
Yes, okay.
then you can move. But the main thing I was kinda nervous for was the flying, like, through the
That's kinda
government shutdown and
I know,
TSA and air traffic control
right?
and all of that. So, I don't know,
It's
but
okay.
she's going.
You should yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's good to let it
yeah.
go. It's
I
just yeah,
yeah, it's just working through it. And then
yeah.
because, I love a good protest, but the No Kings protest is also going on that
Oh,
weekend.
it is in DC?
It's on the 18th.
Oh,
So, I don't think it's too close to where they are, but majority the kids are walking to places and stuff. So, I'm hoping that they can reroute if they need
yeah,
to get to where they need to go,
and
so
avoid
people
that.
can
Well,
safely
they will.
protest and,
Yeah, they
they can
will.
be elsewhere, but there's just a lot going on.
Wow,
There's just a lot.
that's, like, a
I know.
lot.
So
Like
for the worry mom, like we were talking
yes,
about before, and then being
yes.
far away, I'm like
It is across the country.
yeah.
I mean, she'll be fine. She's got a
Yep.
very good head on her shoulders, and
Yeah.
she's smart and all that.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I've been telling myself, that
and it'll be like,
I
to
got a
her,
good
that's like
kid.
trip of a lifetime.
Totally.
You know?
And be independent from your parents, and you're on a
Yeah.
plane and stay in a hotel, and you're with your
All of that
friends,
is
and
fun.
so fun.
Yes.
It's so fun. So
Yes.
I think they'll have a good time, but
They're walking.
I'll be nervous.
It must be
He
like,
told me it's 8 to 10 miles a day.
come on.
And
I
then
guess that's how
yes.
they keep them like in check.
Yes. And they're going to
Yes.
like a fancy play one night and stuff.
Aw.
And he was like, "So dress nice, but you have to be able to dress nice with tennis shoes because we'll be walking 10 miles before we get there." And so Guy is like wearing this
Why
dress.
don't they have a bus?
They do for certain spots,
Okay.
but most of the time, like the day-to-day back and forth stuff, they're just like walking all day.
And they
Mhm.
just do head counts all the time.
Yes. So get ready.
Oh,
when your
man. This is
kids-
next week?
This is on Thursday in 2 days.
Oh,
She leaves in 2 days.
this
Yeah.
week. Okay.
Yeah. So we've been like prepping and packing, and we have
18th is Saturday. So yeah.
air tags
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah. Well, she has a phone.
she leaves Thursday and gets back Sunday, I think. Yeah, or Monday. Yeah.
She has a phone.
She's got a phone, Life
Yeah.
360.
Okay.
We've
Okay.
tagged her.
Yeah, 360. You're
Gotta
like
watch.
multiple
Yeah,
levels
like
of
tracking my
tagging.
child
Air
everywhere.
tag, phone, all the
Seriously.
things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would do that for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get ready.
But imagine what our parents would have had
I
to
know.
do. I didn't do
They
a
can't.
DC trip, I guess,
I didn't do
I
that.
remember it being an option, and I just
Mhm.
didn't get to go. But
Yeah.
there was no tracking then.
No.
I mean, how much
Not even cell
scarier
phone.
would that have been?
Right.
No cell phones
Yeah.
when we were growing
You
up.
just send
So
them. You just send them. I think mine was volleyball because I played
it
volleyball.
was. Yeah.
And so I got to do like a competitive volleyball trip and travel.
Okay.
And that was my first time away. And that shit was awesome. I had so much fun with my friends. And
It's
you just
true.
go, and I
Yeah.
don't know. It's exciting when you're younger. So
That is really
I know.
fun. Okay.
But she's nervous. She's like, "I'm nervous to be without you.
Aw,
And
she's
I've never
sweet.
traveled alone." So
Oh, she'll be
she got it.
No, she's got it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to our trail rides.
I know, me
And
too. I'm so excited.
and I have a
It'll be
weekend off
fun.
call. So
Hell
this
yeah.
weekend, last weekend was very busy.
Okay.
It's either like crickets or very
Yeah.
busy, and it was very busy.
What are
And
you
the
gonna
thing,
do with your time?
I don't even know. No, it's all kid activities.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Running them to like birthday
Aw.
parties, and
Yeah.
I think one of my friends wants to do like a Western Airs
Oh.
like ticketed event. I don't remember. Is that National Western, but
Oh, fun. Yeah.
so we'll probably
Be
take
fun.
the kids there and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope you guys have fun. And hopefully you can squeeze something in for yourself.
Wherever the wind takes us. I'm sure there'll be horses or
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
when we were like, "Oh, we have some cool stuff to talk about this time." And I told Chelsea, I was like, I like blackout." I'm like, "I'm lucky I made it through the day."
Yeah.
Like, what did I do? Where was I?
We're here.
We're here.
That's all it
We're
is. We're
present.
here.
Oh
But yeah,
my
make
gosh.
sure we always need guests, guys. So
Yeah.
we have a form at our website. It's unhingedandOnCall.com, or you can email us chat@unhingedandOnCall.com. And that way we can get you on the show.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you.
Yes, we would.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We would really love to have you as a guest on our podcast. So if you have any fun stories to share with us, or would like to be a guest, we have a form on our website. So unhingedandOnCall.com. And you just click on the little link there and you can fill out a little bit about your story and yourself, and then we would get back to you. Or you can just email us to chat@unhingedandOnCall.com and just tell us a little bit about yourself. And we would love to have you as a guest.
We also are looking for ratings. So essentially on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, you can rate and review our show. And that would be super helpful in just getting kind of into the algorithm. And then additionally, we are on YouTube. So if you ever want to watch videos, we put more content, like visual content, so pictures, videos, things like that, into the episodes. So we'd love to have you follow or subscribe our channels on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Unhinged and On Call isn't just a podcast. It's a lifeline for every veterinary professional barely holding it together with vet wrap and caffeine. Somewhere out there, another tech, vet, or assistant is deep into the same chaos, dodging poop, managing meltdowns, and wondering if they're the only one unraveling. You're not. Whether you're laughing or crying or rage cleaning your truck, you've got a whole tribe behind you. You're unhinged, but never alone.